Today, we want to attempt to dive deeper into the question that we asked in the very first video, and that is, what is a disciple? A disciple, simply put, is a follower of Jesus. When Jesus called his first disciples in Matthew 4:19, he said to them, "Come and follow me, and I will make you fishers of men." Now we see in this one verse, we see three common components of every disciple of Jesus. First is that a disciple is someone who follows Jesus. And this is important to understand, that we don't follow a set of principles or ideas, but really we follow the person of Jesus himself. That we walk in his ways and we live as Jesus lived. The second component of being a disciple of Jesus is that you are called to fish for people. Now that sounds kind of funny until you understand that the people Jesus called were in fact fishermen. This means that he gave them a new purpose in life. That means that when you become a Christian, you don't forsake all non-Christians and non-believers, but rather you build those relationships with people that might be considered lost. And lost is not a bad thing. It just means that you don't yet know the truth. Jesus himself shares three different stories in Luke chapter 15 about how someone lost a coin and went and found it, or how there's 99 sheep that are with the shepherd, but one is lost, and that the shepherd goes out and seeks the one. And then he tells the story of what's known as the prodigal son. And so in all three cases, we see the love of the Father and the heart of Jesus to go after the lost, just in the same way he calls his disciples to fish for people. And so first, being a disciple, it means to follow Jesus. Second, being a disciple means to fish for people. And third, being a disciple means to have fellowship with other believers. It's important to note in that verse that Jesus said to them. It's common practice in today's culture for someone to say, well, I'm spiritual, but I'm not religious, or that I seek God on my own time. See, you are not called to walk through life alone. And so a call to Christianity is a call to community. Just as Peter and Andrew walked with John and the other disciples, God is calling you to walk with other Christians. And so when you see these three components, that is the common denominator is relationship. First, following Jesus is a relationship with God himself. Second, fishing for people is relationship with non-Christians and those who don't yet know the good news of the gospel. And third, fellowship with believers is a community and a family to belong to, so that you can walk side by side, hand in hand, to live out your faith in the name of the Son Jesus. In conclusion, to be a disciple is to follow Jesus, to fish for people, and have fellowship with other believers.